Hi, Barry Foster here, and welcome back to A-League to the UK. This is episode number 17 of the Save with the Newcastle Jets, and today we get to play our very first game in the Asian Champions League, Group H, against the Japanese side Sakai FC. This game will be played at home at the Hunter Stadium in Newcastle. But before we get to that particular match, let's have a look at what's happened since our last video. We've played 3 games and we came away with 2 wins and a draw. All these games were away from home, and I must admit some of the goals in these games were absolutely crackers. So let's take a look at them first. Perth Glory, we went there, we won 3-0, and I must admit the boys played really well, and some of these goals are certainly worth looking at. So let's take a look at the goals from the game against Perth Glory. With Miller, he got the opening goal fairly early in the match. Fantastic pass here by O'Toole, and Miller, typical Miller finish, beating the keeper on the near post. So that was a great start for the team. And then our second goal, lovely ball to Petratos, and he just fired that into the back of the net. He was on fire that game. And then Brimmer with a wonderful free kick around the wall, and they were 3 fantastic goals by the boys away from home. We then went down to Melbourne to play Melbourne Victory, and there were 5 goals in this game, and all 5, I think, were really good to look at. So let's take a look at these goals in the game against Melbourne Victory. Melbourne Victory, I think, twice led in this match. And this is Laurie Latanzio with a fine run. And he went all the way himself, and he found the back of the net with a very, very nicely placed shot. Now this is Newcastle Jets looking for an equaliser. A terrible fumble there by Acton, and Stamatolopoulos made it 1-1. Then Butterfield, he puts a very nice cross in, and Shotton, he met that beautifully to put Melbourne Victory back in front. Then Donachie made it 2-2. And then getting a bit, not really late in the game, but in the second half, Stamatolopoulos, a little bit lucky. I thought he was going to put that wide, but he scored in off the post, and that gave us a 3-2 victory away from home, which was a really good win. And then we went down to Gosford to play our fierce rivals, the Central Coast Mariners, in the F3 derby, and it was a good game with, once again, some good goals in it. But unfortunately, it was the Mariners this time coming away with all 3 points, and it was that man, Karem Bullitt, who did the damage to the Newcastle Jets. But some of his goals were, I must admit, very good. And this is the first from a corner, and he scores a very nice, emphatic header. And this was the reply from the Jets just before half-time. Galloway getting a very good cross in, and who was there? Miller, of course, with a very good header to make it 1-1. And then in the second half, this was some good lead-up work here by the Mariners, and Thomas putting across to Bullitt, and he'll make no mistake from just outside the 6-yard box. And the Mariners came away with all 3 points. A bit of a blow, but that's the way it went. But overall, it wasn't really a bad 3 games away from home. And as you can see by the table, we're on top on 31 points on goal difference, with a goal difference of 20, and the Western Sydney Wanderers goal difference of 13. Equal number of points. Sydney FC 12 points behind with a game in hand on 19, and then comes Western United, Central Coast Mariners and the Brisbane Roar making up the top 6. But today, our very first game in the Asian Champions League, Group H, home to Sakai FC of Japan. So let's go and play Sakai FC. Okay, so here's the starting 11 for our game today against Sakai FC. Rather typical lineup with Woods in goal, O'Toole, Clark, Donachie and Galloway across our back line, Wilson sitting behind Brimmer and Sykes in midfield, Petratos on the left and Miller on the right, and Stamatolopoulos will lead our attacking line. Sitting on our bench, we have 7 substitutions. Or 7 substitutes, I should say. Jack Duncan, Nick Ansell, Angus Thurgate, Melling, Goodhue, Armson and Hoffman. Now, we've had some injury problems, which it's been a bit of a blow. Kantarovsky, he's been out injured with damaged knee cartilage, which occurred in training on the 8th of February, and he'll be out for another 2 to 4 weeks. Valentino Yule, he sprained knee ligaments. I think knee ligaments was sprained in a match against Western United. He'll be out for another maybe 2 to 4 weeks. And Sumau, our big striker up front, he suffered a sports hernia. Suffered in training on the 8th of February, and he'll be out for maybe another 3 weeks. So that's a bit of a blow to have those 3 players out injured. But that's the starting 11 for our game against Sakai. So we'll have to give a number to Mr. Armson. We'll give him number 26. And I've got no knowledge on this Japanese side at all. I have absolutely, they don't seem to have a manager for starters, but I've got no knowledge on any of those players. Though if they're coming from Japan, they're bound to be pretty good. And Jerry Payton reckons this is a great opportunity to show all the pundits that they have been right to back you up. Well, I think I'll agree with that. I think I'll back him on that. Let's go into the game with that. Jerry can do the old tunnel interview, and it looks as though we've got a fairly decent crowd for this game. Actually, with the Asian Champions League, they don't get big crowds here or even overseas. Just one of those things that the games don't seem to spark people's imagination a great deal. But here we have the boys on the park, and the Jets are playing in their normal home strip today. They've been playing in predominantly white in quite a few of their games lately. But anyway, that's a long pass to no one by the Sakai keeper. Anyway, this is Donachie now, who's done pretty well for us in central defence with Clark, his partner in crime there. This is Wilson. Out to Petratos. Looking for Miller on the right. Now this is Sykes. Ooh, opportunistic shot there, but that was just past the post. But at least he had a go. Sykes hasn't been doing too badly for us in the league. Some of his performances have been a little bit up and down. But we've got young Angus Thurgate sitting on the bench, and he's a fairly handy attacking midfielder as well. He can also play out wide on the left. Now this is Brimmer. To Sykes again, and he's gone out to O'Toole. He's got his cross in. This is Miller. Had a shot. I think that was blocked, and this is Galloway. Back to Brimmer. Now Petratos. Very patient possession game here by the Newcastle Jets. And O'Toole, well, he lost out in that tackle, and the Japanese side can break now for a possible attack. We haven't really seen them in attack so far in the game. This is them with a free kick. Headed away by Donachie. Stamatolopoulos got to it first. Now he's got the pace. Now can he go all the way? And I think he will. Oh, well, he was off target. In fact, I thought he shanked that. In fact, I thought he was going to do much better and at least hit the target. But maybe an early warning for the Japanese side. But they've got a corner now. And that's Donachie once again with a good header. And Stamatolopoulos will get to this ball first. And he plays it for Petratos. So the boys seem to be up for the game tonight. They are doing well. So Stamatolopoulos, well, yeah, good movement in the box, but in the end, his shot was straight at the keeper. So it looks like Buriam have taken the lead against the North Korean side. There's another corner for the Japanese team. Been well cleared. Interesting strip they've got. It's almost a pinky red. I'm not quite too sure if they're professional or semi-professional. I'd say they're probably going to be professional, coming from Japan. But I must admit the name Sakai FC I've never heard of before. So I'm not quite too sure where they actually play in Japan. That's Stamatolopoulos and Petratos with his header over the bar. So in the opening 10 minutes, quite a few highlights in this game. Quite a few highlights. And Buriam leading the North Korean side, April 25, 1-0. I think we'll call out some encouragement to the boys. They haven't done too badly in the opening 20 minutes. They've had all the shots, 6-0. And slightly better possession. Anyway, this is O'Toole now to Wilson. Back to O'Toole. Now Sykes out to Petratos. And he lined himself up for a shot, but too many players were in the road. But that's been cleared. Galloway will get to it for the Jets. Decent crowd in, I must admit. A very, very good crowd for a nighttime fixture. That's a good ball, good run by Stamatolopoulos, and I think he's going to be onside, but he can't get his cross in. But he's earned a corner, so maybe some of our tall timber will come up for the corner. Brimmer, as usual, the taker, and that's headed away very comfortably by the Japanese side. Now Petratos, can he set up another attack? And he crosses, but that's not a good cross. So about halfway, or more than halfway through the first half, I think we've looked the better side, just been unable to put the ball in the net. But I think we'll demand a little bit more in the final 15 minutes of this half. Galloway with a free kick. Now this is Brimmer. He's looking, I think he was looking for Petratos, not the best of passes. This is Petratos now, Brimmer. Now O'Toole. He can hopefully get a cross in. And he's done just that over the head of Miller. Miller normally enjoys those crosses to the far post. And he puts it back in for Stamatolopoulos, and that's the opening goal of the game. And a very good goal it is too, and Stamatolopoulos made no mistake with that header. And I think they deserve that goal. They've certainly looked the better side in the opening half. But yes, a very nice glancing header, and that beat the Japanese keeper. And I think he was well and truly, he was onside. Not by much, but he was onside. But okay, so what can the Japanese side do now? They're yet to have a shot on the goal at all, which is a little bit surprising. We must have another free kick. This is Brimmer. And that's Miller. Oh, almost 2-0. Almost 2-0. That would have been nice. Just before half-time. Oh dear, Harry Clark, injured. What sort of injury has he got? a potential groin injury. So we're not having a great deal of luck with injuries at the moment, but Nick Ansell, fairly good replacement at central defence. Hopefully Clark, who's a lone player from Arsenal, hopefully he won't be out for too many games, because he's been a very good player in our defence so far this season. I call him quite a key player for us. Anyway, I think that's going to be it. 11 shots to 0. We've had a 60% possession. So I did expect more from the Japanese side in this match. But here they have another corner. Maybe an opportunity here to equalise. Oh, just over the bar. That was a little bit unlucky for them. Okay, so that's the half-time scoreline of 1-0 to the Jets, and I think when you look at the match stats, they've certainly had the better of the game. I think nearly all over the park, apart from corners have favoured the Japanese side. But I think we'll have to tell the boys that I think we're pleased with how things are going. Just keep it up. I think that's the best thing to say to them. So the Newcastle Jets get the second 45 minutes underway. That's not a great pass by Donachie, but let's see what the Japanese can do with it. Well, that's the end of the highlight. At least they've had a shot. 11 shots to 1. Buriam leading April 25 3-0, so they're obviously playing much better than the North Korean side. Buriam, of course, being a professional side, and April 25 from memory were just a semi-professional team. Okay, Brimmer, well, he normally likes this position for free kicks, and he almost made it 2-0. Almost. Most of the boys are playing pretty well. Sykes a little bit down, but we'll give him maybe another 5 to 10 minutes. And this is Stamatolopoulos. Oh, he once again couldn't get it on target. Got into a very good position, but just couldn't be clinical in front of goal. Okay, this is Galloway with a header to Miller. And Sykes, for some reason, in recent matches, he hasn't been playing terribly bad, but he's been slightly down in rating. So we might bring young Thurgate on soon. And well, that was Miller with another very good header that just cleared the bar. So let's make our first substitution, or I should say our second substitution following the injury to Clark. We'll bring on young Thurgate because he can do a very good job in midfield. We'll keep him as an advanced playmaker. He's not bad in that position. So let's see how he goes against an Asian side. But so far, the Japanese side don't seem to be threatening a goal much at all. Maybe famous last words. Maybe I've spoken too soon. Let's hope not. Well, that wasn't the greatest of passes from the back. I think they probably should have done something better, but this is Miller for the Jets. And he gets his cross in, looking for Stamatolopoulos. That's been headed away very well. Now this is Petratos to Thurgate. Oh, well, excellent teamwork and a very good goal by Stamatolopoulos. 2-0 to the Jets. I must admit, they worked that very, very well. Petratos to Thurgate and through to Stamatil, and he just smashed that past the keeper into the net. So 2-0 to the Newcastle Jets. So at the moment, everything's going according to the script. playing at home, got a 2-0 lead. And I can't see the Japanese side posing too many worries for the home team at the moment. Now this is Brimmer with another free kick, looking for Stamatolopoulos, and he almost made it 3-0. But we've got one more substitution we can make, and we might bring on maybe Hoffman or maybe Melling. We'll just see what happens. This is Thurgate. Well, he tried it. Good save. Very good save by the Japanese keeper. It might not be Japanese. He might be Korean with a name like that. Anyway, this is O'Toole now for the Jets. And that's a foul. Bit of a lunging tackle there by Ida. Now Brimmer. He's pretty handy with free kicks, but he puts it across the face of goal. Now can Sakai FC hit back with a counter-attack? Well, they made a bit of a meal of that. Once again, a long ball looking for Stamatolopoulos. Maybe about 10 minutes of normal time to go. Still time for the Japanese side to make it interesting. This is slightly better play for them now. It's a good cross. Oh, good goal. Yeah, that was a very good goal by Sakai FC, and Ida with a fine header makes it 2-1, and that gives them probably, I think, some hope. I think we'll make our final change, and I think we'll bring on Melling, some fresh legs there, and we'll take Brimmer off. But that was a very good goal by the Japanese side. Very nice play, very good cross. And Ida found plenty of freedom there for his header. And Woods was well beaten at the near post. But I think we'll start to very shortly waste some time. And as you can see, we're playing with a disciplined mindset, even though we are at home. I seem to find that rather handy in Football Manager 21. But I think we'll go for full time wasting now. And overall, I think they've played pretty well. 5 minutes of added time. So there's still time for the Japanese side to make it 2-2. But this is Petratos. Wilson just got to really keep possession. Stamatolopoulos, he had a fresh air shot there, but it was a pretty good move by the Newcastle Jets. Anyway, they get a corner out of it. This is Thurgate. He'll probably go far post, looking for some tall timber. And that's headed away by the Japanese defence, only as far as Melling. This is Galloway. All they've got to do now is just keep possession and be patient. Okay, O'Toole now. Cuts it back to Melling. He rolls it back to O'Toole. Well, this is the cross. Oh, good save by the keeper again. Thurgate with an enterprising shot from just outside the 6-yard box. This is Thurgate now with the corner. Only a few minutes left. A third goal would be very nice for the Newcastle Jets. And he's going to take his time. He's gone near post. Oh, off the bar. And Miller makes it 3-1. So I think that's the ball game. I can't see the Japanese side coming back now. But a nice corner by Thurgate. And Stamatolopoulos with the header off the crossbar, and Miller following up. An easy tap in to make it 3-1 for the Newcastle Jets. 22 shots to 3, so they've really dominated the game. Anyway, Galloway, his cross is blocked. He's had a very good game. This is Miller. Thurgate, Melling. Oh, I'm not quite sure. I think I was just blocked, that shot. I thought that was going to be 4-1. And O'Toole's gone down. Penalty. Okay, when your luck's in, your luck's in. I think, I'm not quite too sure who's going to take the penalty. Probably Stamatolopoulos. No, it's Galloway. Okay, fair enough. A right back with the job of scoring from the spot. Let's see how good he is. And he's not bad. 4-1. I think he went straight down the middle. That's his first goal of the season. But this has been an excellent opening game in Group H of the Asian Champions League. A very good 4-1 victory. And it's probably good to get victories at home, because I think away from home it's not going to be that easy against some of these Asian sides, and especially when we go to Japan. I think Sakai FC will be a different proposition, but there you have it, a 4-1 victory for the Jets. And look at that, 24 shots to 3. 3 clear-cut chances, more possession, corners were the same, very good rating. Overall, a pretty good game with, I think, everybody doing a very good job in the park. And I think you just got to say, look, I'm very pleased with the result and the performance, because we've got to be. And Jerry can handle the old tunnel interview as normal. And of course, there you have it, Buriram United. They had a very good victory as well. They must have scored quite a few goals. Buriram United 5, April 25-0. So that's why they're on top of the table. And the Jets 4-1 victory over Sakai FC. So Harry Clark injured, groin strain, out for 3 to 6 weeks. Well, that's another blow. We really didn't need that. Harry Clark, a 20-year-old centre-back, he's been playing so well in that position for us. And Newcastle Jets turned dominance into victory against Sakai FC. And gosh, we received $70,260 for that win. That is surprising. I didn't realise the Asian Champions League was that generous with cash. But that's a pretty good earner for a victory at home. And Stamatolopoulos, yes, had to be the, I reckon, the man of the match. 2 goals, 1 assist, and a rating of 8.8, and 2 key passes. He was really superb in front of goal as usual. So that's basically the video for today, showing our very first game in the Asian Champions League. Let's look at our schedule to see what's coming up. We play Western Sydney Wanderers next. Well, that is atop of the table clash against the Wanderers. So look, I think we'll come back for that in our next game. That is a home game for us. And then looking at the schedule after that, we then play Buriram United at home in the Champions League. So I think that will probably be the another video after the Western Sydney Wanderers. So that's the video for today. I hope you've enjoyed our 4-1 victory over Sakai FC in the Champions League. I'm Barry Foster. Until next time, it's goodbye from me.